Greetings, nerds. Welcome to Drac, otherwise known as Drawing Restaurants as Cities. It's been a little while since we last uploaded a Drac episode. Yeah, I do apologize that this channel has been slowing down a lot. I'm still feeling quite burned out. Maybe it's best for me to take it easy with the uploads. You know, it's really difficult to upload like literally every day without missing a single day uploading a type of video into your channel.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I don't upload every day. We're still going with these art series. I gave up with some of the old art series a while ago. Drac is one of the art series that we're gonna keep going with. You know, we literally started this series earlier this month. Why would we end this series like too early? That's just dumb. That's really absurd. That literally makes zero sense. Yeah, there's a lot of fictional cities that we have to worry about. Restaurants as fictional cities. And speaking of fictional cities, we're gonna continue to draw the fictional city of Crocodile, which is, again, to those that are new, we're drawing a bunch of restaurants as fictional cities. We're drawing Crocodile, McDonald's as a fictional city first, and then, I don't know what we're gonna draw next for the second season. I'll have to figure things out later this season. This is only season number 1. I don't know how much we're gonna get done in this episode. I don't know how the drawing will turn out so far during the drawing portion in this episode. In the previous episode, I had the story that I made up is pretty much inspired by the history of McDonald's. The story might be repetitive for you nerds to hear. If you haven't watched episode number 2, the previous episode in this season. In this episode for sure, I'm gonna go through the flags and the seals I decided to create for Crocodile. And I also made a flag of a fictional country called United Restaurant Companies and also the seal. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the intro, and let's go ahead and continue drawing Crocodile. Millions and millions of us crave for food. There are lots of places that have food being cooked and served to us. Those cooked foods affect us physically and mentally. But what if we turn those places into something different? The places serving food will transform into places containing buildings. We will bring in our creative side by drawing these places as settlements. These restaurants will be drawn into fictional cities. This is drawing restaurants as cities. So here's the official flag of the fictional country of United Restaurant Companies. Yes, this flag design is really simple, and yes, it may not be one of the prettiest for any fictional country in this world here. But at least this flag is it's better looking than the seal I created for the fictional country of United Restaurant Companies. Trust and believe me, nerds, I regret creating a seal design for a fictional country. But let's focus on the flag first. So the meanings of the flag of United Restaurant Companies. One side is green while the other is red. Green means good, and there's the healthy foods out there that we would normally eat. Red means danger, and there's the unhealthy foods out there that we would eat. In the middle of the flag shows a heart, and heart is not only a shape, but it's also an internal organ found in every single human and animals. And I chose a heart over anything else because heart symbolizes health. You know, we gotta be responsible with how we eat food and how we drink. It really makes sense for me to come up with a flag design like this because it's like going behind the scenes of a movie or a TV show. You're having a better understanding of something, and it's gonna make you be like, wow, okay, that's really creative. It legit makes sense. So the heart has two sides. There's the dark side of the heart and the bright side of the heart. Some foods will create the dark side of your health, while other foods will create the bright side of your health. Now for the seal. Yes, I regret creating a seal with this design. I regret designing a seal like this, but I might go back on the internet and create a much more improved version of the seal of a fictional country. The bottom part of the seal says necessity, since food is obviously a basic necessity to all of us here. There's a glass of milk on top of the seal. Milk is a dairy product, and the glass of milk is on top of the pyramid. And there's 5 colors of the pyramid: blue, purple, orange, red, and green. And each of those colors has a food group, since there's a total of 5 food groups. Blue is dairy, purple is protein, orange is grains, red is fruits, and green is veggies or vegetables. The pyramid is also on top of the heart that's in the middle. The top left of the seal shows a chicken or a turkey drumstick. A chicken and turkey is part of the protein group. The top right of the seal shows a loaf of bread, and bread is part of the grains group. The center left of the seal shows a bowl of fruits, and last but not least, the center right of the seal shows a bowl of veggies, and that's about it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the internet and make a much more better seal design, because this one is really making me puking. I'm kidding, nerds. And don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, so we'll be back. I can't take more of this summer heat. It feels like freaking Arizona out there. Well, Jules, if you despise the summer heat, why don't you drink more water? Water is too boring to drink, Julian. Well, if you don't like drinking water, why don't you drink sparkling water? Sparkling water is just as boring as water. Like, there's no flavor. Give me a break, dude. Sparkling water has flavors, but not all sparkling waters. Drinking soft drinks is more fun because there's actually flavors. You're so picky. You know that, right? Well, what should I have in order to satisfy myself? Why don't you eat a Snickers? Why? Because you need to be yourself to embrace the summer heat. Better? Better. Happy Pride Month. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies. Okay, nerds. We are back from a quick commercial break here. Now let's go through the rest of the flags and seals, but for the fictional city of Crocodile, and before it was called Crocodile, for the first flag, we get from 1940 all the way to 1953. In the middle of the flag shows like the circle, the hollow circle, and on the left side of the circle shows a barbecue grill. In the middle of the circle there shows a heart, and there's a heart in the middle, and there's a spatula, like one of those vintage spatulas, on the right side of the circle. And here's the seal from 1940 all the way to 1961. McDonald's, by the way, was founded in 1940, so it's really based on the history of McDonald's since it was founded in that year. Now here's the flag from 1953 all the way to 1961, and by the way, Crocodile used to be called McDonald Duck. I had shared the story I made up in the previous episode in this series and in this season here, so yeah. And this flag here from 1953 all the way to 1961 has more colors actually. Yellow, red, and black. And yes, I took the idea from the German flag, and I do apologize if I'm offending any of the Germans out there for stealing their flag design or concept, but forgive me, please, please. Yellow, joy of burgers. Red, danger of burgers. And black, death from burgers. And in the middle of the flag is the same design as the previous flag. Now here's the flag from 1961 to its present day. This flag is still in usage, and there's definitely some changes, obviously, as you can see here. The same colors as the previous flag, but the middle design is somewhat different. The middle design has a name of the city that's called Crocodile. The establishing year is also different, and a couple other things. There's a fry scooper on the left side of the circle. There's a heart on top of the burger that's in the middle of the circle. And there's a spatula with a different design that's on the right side of the circle. And here is the seal from 1961 to its present day. Do you know how many people would believe that hamburgers came from Germany and then it got transferred to the US and it became our thing ever since, like for years and years now? But the origin of hamburgers is really ambiguous, so we don't know completely like the history of the burgers and why it became an American thing, and did it really become a German thing at first and then an American thing? Maybe it's both a German-American thing. According to Wikipedia, it originated in Germany and United States. So it's my idea for me to create a flag from 1953 to 1961, and then from 1961 to its current time with those colors, yellow, red, and black, but the colors are upside down from the German flag. Yeah, many countries around the world got their own flags and seals, and even the coats of arms. And cities got their own flags also and seals. So yeah, it's my idea to create these seals and flags, my own flags and seals. Okay, nerds, here's the current progress of the drawing of the fictional city of Crocodile. We drew the rest of the catch-up bridge. We still gotta finish the other side. And it's going to lead to the other side of the fictional city, which is going to be Mustard, one of the sub-cities of Crocodile. I can't wait to get to Mustard sub-city. We still got a lot of work to do for this side of the fictional city of Crocodile, which is obviously Catch-Up. Again, Crocodile is broken up into two sub-cities, Catch-Up and Mustard. We decided to work on more of the Crocodile Bay. I gotta draw more lines and, providing the details to make it look like the small waves. Drew more boats over here. It might be difficult for you nerds to see all of this stuff. We got the Statue of Liberty parody. I like to call it the Statue of Obesity because people would make jokes about McDonald's, and there are multiple memes on the internet of what McDonald's would do to your body in general. It just makes you gain a crap load of weight. You end up having a beer belly, you end up having chunky legs, chunky arms, just a chunky body. I don't want to say fat because fat is just a really rude way of saying overweight or obese. So it is very difficult for you nerds to see the Statue of Liberty parody. It's basically a chunky Statue of Liberty. I tried to make it look like a beer belly is really sticking out of the dress, or are you familiar with those white outfits, those white things, the white cloth that people years and years and years ago would wear? Ancient Rome or something like that? I'm not good with history. I need to go back to school and understand world history more. We got the URC Capitol building. I got the idea from the US Capitol building because of the dome, the big old dome, and we still gotta finish this Capitol building. URC, by the way, stands for United Restaurant Companies. So United Restaurant Companies Capitol building, since Crocodile is the capital of that fictional country, the fictional country of United Restaurant Companies. We ended up finishing the Red E building by coloring all of this stuff. Red E, get it? This is actually the skyscraper complex, made up of 5 skyscrapers. They're called the Old McDonald. Get it? Old McDonald? Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Yes, it's a pun of that kid's song, the nursery rhyme, Old MacDonald. I I like to call these skyscrapers the old McDonald. So this is tower number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and last but not least, number 5. You got the Sandwich Building. This is going to be the Ice Cream Building, or you could just simply call it Ice Cream. Get it? McDonald's serves ice cream. I don't know if McDonald's still serves ice cream, to be honest. I feel like they do. In most restaurants around the world, even America. God bless America, by the way. And since we're drawing McDonald's as a fictional city, I'm eating their cookies right now. I guess I'll call it the McCookie. Ha ha, very funny, yeah, I'm eating their cookie right now. I'm putting so much respect to the restaurant. Since it's a huge success, it is like Mount Everest of restaurants. I am really happy how this drawing is turning out so far. I gotta draw more vehicles, more like street lamps and all that stuff. It's tiring, but we just gotta be patient. That's all we gotta do. Patience is a necessity. Yeah, this drawing is really dope so far. I guess I'm loving it. Haha, you saw what I did there? Haha, very funny, So that is gonna be the end of this episode. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this episode was quite enjoyable to watch. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.